Alright, so for dinner today we are having like taco boats, and then we have salsa like Taco Bell sauce, onion, lettuce. My sour cream went bad, so if you guys hear Lena screaming. Then over here we have rice, bean, and cheese bake. It is a recipe from Shelly's Home Life. So it's just the cheesy Mexican rice, refried beans on the bottom, and then cheesy Mexican rice, and then cheddar cheese on top. So that's what we're having today. And I just put the taco boats, just taco meat, and then I put the cheese on top and put it in the oven for like 10 minutes. And we're going to top them with whatever we want. Alright, so today for dinner we have a pork loin. This was in my grocery haul. It is a mushroom, steakhouse mushroom pork loin that I just put in the oven and roasted. And then over here I have some Parmesan zucchini, just tossed in a bowl with some butter flavored coconut oil. That's also in my grocery haul. And then some Parmesan cheese, salt and pepper, and garlic powder. It's alright. Okay. And then broccoli roasted next to it. And then over here I have potatoes with the coconut oil butter flavored juice. I can't talk. And some rosemary and seasoning on them. So that's what we were having for dinner. The girls are having the same things, that they have their vitamins too. Era has a fruit punch. I have a pop, and Lena has chocolate milk. Alright, so for dinner today we are having some spaghetti, squash, and leftover pork. So I have a pan over here filling with water. So I'm just going to break this spaghetti up. I have kids, so I break mine up into like 3 or 4, just because if not, the kids just especially Era. Lena's fine eating it, even though Era's older. She always chokes on spaghetti. So again, I always just break mine up. So I'm going to cook a half a pound of that, and then in a pan I'm going to take some of this Kerrygold butter, and then I also have in here just like a tablespoon of butter flavored coconut oil. So I'm going to saute up some garlic. I just have pre-minced garlic here. But again, I'm going to take a little bit of butter and the coconut oil and saute like garlic. I would do like a couple of cloves. And then in the morning, I stuck some spaghetti squash in the crock pot. All I did was put it in the crock pot with some of the butter flavored coconut oil, and then I brushed it on, and then salt and pepper and garlic powder, and that is it. So what I'm going to do is you just take your squash and you just do this. That is it. And you can see, I don't know if you guys can see, it makes like little strands. So I'm just going to go through my whole squash and do that, and then I'll just leave it in the skin for now. And then we're going to have with it leftover pork with it. So what I'm going to do is cube this up and probably brown this first. So I'm just going to cube it up, brown it a little bit of this Kerrygold butter, just to get nice and brown. Probably put a little more salt and pepper on it. And this was just a pre-seasoned pork loin that I got from the store. And again, we had this yesterday. So I'm just going to cube it up, you know, season it a little more and bring this back to life. And this is what we will have with our spaghetti. So I'm going to take this spaghetti and mix it with this once it's done. So it's going to be like spaghetti with spaghetti, like double spaghetti. So also I'm going to mix in some of this Parmesan cheese. Just a couple tablespoons. If you have fresh, I would use fresh, but I don't. I just have this. So I'm going to mix in a couple tablespoons of that when everything's all done. So yeah, so I'm going to get started first by shredding my spaghetti squash, and then I'm going to cut this up again into chunks to get this ready, and I'm going to brown this and then set it aside, and then we're going to work on sauteing this and getting our sauce ready for pasta. Alright, so this is how dinner looks tonight. We're having this spaghetti with the spaghetti squash mixed in, and then we have the leftover pork that I just browned in butter with salt and pepper. Pick up. Alright, so tonight We are having chili. I actually don't feel good at all. I had so many plans today and they're just not happening. I've just been taking it super easy. So I made a big pot, just really basic chili, and then a big pan of sweet cornbread. So the girls, for instance, they each have their bowl of chili, and then they have a big piece of cornbread that I melted a little bit of, well, I just took like this and let it, well, like this basically to it, with butter, and then they have a little bit of cheese to top their chili with, and that's what they like with theirs. And then I left cheese over here and sour cream. Everyone else wants it, so that is what we are having tonight for dinner. Alright, so Monday for dinner we are having, oh, the cord is going crazy. We're having cream of wheat. It is freezing here. First night I've actually had to turn my heat on. It's the day before Halloween, so I made it a little bit longer than usual. And we're having cream of wheat, so it's just regular cream of wheat that I made with butter, a little bit of milk when it was done, and some sugar. So all three of us are having it. Daddy is working. He's going to have steak and eggs tonight. And then the girls are also having some strawberries I just cut up on the side. So for dinner today we have honey parmesan pork loin, mashed potatoes, or red skin mashed potatoes, corn, and Chelton cheese. And the girls are having strawberry breeze. So for my dinner today, what I did was I took chicken breasts. These are the thin Purdue ones that are individually wrapped. So it's a serving size each. And then I mixed up softened cream cheese, 4 ounces, with 2 ounces of super sharp cheddar, like a tablespoon of buffalo sauce. Mixed it together and then salt and peppered my chicken. Put like a heaping tablespoon to 2 tablespoons max on each one. And then I drizzled a little buffalo sauce on them and sprinkled a little bit of powdered ranch. Oh, and I put onion powder as well. So I'm going to bake these in the oven, and then to the side I'm going to take a zucchini and chop it up and put it right here with some olive oil, salt and pepper, and garlic, and I will bake that as well, and then I'll move on with everything else. Alright, so here's my final dinner. So I have my zucchini and then the chicken. I have a piece and a half of it. And then over here I have some cauliflower rice. It's just frozen rice, the cauliflower rice that I put in the fridge for a couple hours, and then what I did was sauteed it in some butter and threw some more cheese on top and melted it in salt and pepper. So that is my dinner.